From the Campione Law Studios in the heart of Duval County, Florida. This is the unofficial Jacksonville Jaguars podcast. Your host, Seth Studer. Yeah! We are 7-4. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 8th episode of the unofficial Jacksonville Jaguars podcast. I am your host, Seth Studer. 7-4. We are 7-4. So why is our fan base so dour, so sad? My God, we come back after that 19-point blown lead to the Texans, and we dog walk the Chargers, and we escape Arizona. We are now 7-4, baby. One game behind the Colts in the AFC South standings, and I am feeling great. I am feeling great. Now, some fans out there may be a little miffed and a little tired of this team. I understand. Cardiologists are not prescribing the Jacksonville Jaguars for treatments. Let's put it that way. Arizona was a cluster fornication, right? But we pulled it out in overtime, 27-24. And the Arizona Cardinals, they are 3-8 now, but they've played a lot of good teams very well, including the aforementioned Indianapolis Colts. Another thing to remember, as you all are whining about 7-4, is that we had 4 turnovers. And we got 0 from them and still won the game. That is exceedingly rare in today's NFL, right? Kind of reminds me a little bit of that Los Angeles Chargers comeback in the wild card game, right? I think we had turned it over 5 times to 0 and won the game there. Obviously not the crazy 27-0 comeback deficit, but still, the fact that we can gut out and win these games is something that the old Jaguars could not do. And I'm not talking about the old Jaguars as in last year. I'm talking about the ones the year before that, all the way back until, at least the Del Rio era. We would have lost them games, right? And we are coming off of a year where we were 4-13. Now we are 7-4. So I am ecstatic. I am ecstatic about how this team is coming along. And we're still leaving me on the bone because you see it and you saw it in that San Diego game where we we just smacked Harbaugh and Herbert just around the parking lot, man, all damn game. And that was like, finally, the Jaguars can show that they can do it against a quality opponent, right? And so, we've had one of the hardest schedules in the league up to this point. I think it's the hardest. And we are 7-4. And coming up, what do we have? The Titans twice, the Jets, the Broncos, and then 2 big matchups against the Colts. So, guys, quit the bitching and moaning. Stop it. Knock it off. There are some things that this team can improve on. But please, please, please know that these are the Jaguars we're talking about, man. You're a fan of this team. Enjoy the victories. Enjoy the victories. The only thing that I'm worried about is gagging away 1 or 2 losses to the Tennessee Titans or the Jets, right? I think we take care of business the way that we can, and I think that we can beat anybody. I think that we will beat the Colts at home, right? I think we have a chance against Denver on the road. Playoffs, baby. I think we're well on our way. So, I'd like to thank Campione Law for helping sponsor this podcast. When bad things happen to good people, you get in a motor vehicle accident, give us a call. We'd be happy to help you out. I haven't mentioned Trevor Lawrence, and I won't until the very end of this podcast. Trevor-free episode for the most part, because next we got a segment with Antoine and Mike. We're going to be giving shout-outs to the unsung players of the Jaguars, the most consistent players of the Jaguars. There aren't many on this schizophrenic team. This team needs, lithium, Seroquel, but we do our best to have a little auction draft and some fun, highlighting the folks that have shown in and out that they can do their job on a very chaotic season. But chaos doesn't always have to be bad. Chaos has gotten us to 7-4. And let's keep this gravy train rolling. So we'll be right back just a moment with the Rainmaker, Antoine Pecko, and Mad Mike Balangue. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the unofficial Jacksonville Jaguars podcast. We got ourselves a segment. We're a big boy podcast now, guys. And to my right, to your left, I have Antoine, the Rainmaker, Pecko, here in studio. To my left and to your right, I got Mad Mike Balangue. Welcome to the unofficial Jacksonville Jaguars podcast. Your debut, Mike. How's it feel to be here?
Man. Thanks for having me. It's been a long time coming. I think last time I was supposed to be on this, you kicked me off for Fred Taylor or something.
And Fred did very good in your stead, and which brings us to the matter at hand, gentlemen. Like I said, we got a big boy segment, and I was thinking about this because we have the most schizophrenic team in the NFL right now. Winning schizophrenic team, but schizophrenic. And and to me, it seems like there is no player that's really producing and being consistent and doing their jobs. So I wanted a segment where we didn't have to talk about number 16. Good?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. How do you?
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do an auction draft. Each person, $10, 5 players. The goal is not for the best Jacksonville Jaguars player. It is for the most consistent Jacksonville Jaguars player in 2025. The guy that actually shows up, does their job, you can count on them. Pretty much, who are the Jaguars that you can count to lower your blood pressure instead of raise it?
So consistently good.
Consistent. Do your job, like Bill Belichick said. Do your job. So I was going to just start us off. We're just going to go down the table and around, starting with myself. So for the first pick of the consistency 2025 Jaguar player draft, I'm going to nominate a guy who has missed many a game this year and comes out this last Sunday, 5 catches, 93 yards, tight end Brenton Strange. I am going to nominate, and I will pony up $4 for Brenton. So a good bit of my budget for Brenton Strange. That's how bad and how inconsistent these folks are. Do I have 5? Anybody?
And we have what, $10?
$10 total. And you have 5 players.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
How many?
Yeah,
and we're going to have
money.
5 players.
All right.
Brenton Strange, man. He's a good player, but he hasn't played a lot, right?
I know, which is why. But he seems like he's Trevor's security blanket, like the one guy you can count on to catch. I'm going to take that guy. He can block his ass off. $4. I'm going to go once.
Yeah, no, Brenton's great. I think he's probably the most reliable pass catcher and the most reliable blocking receiver tight end that we have as well. But kind of to Mike's point, he's been hurt. He's been on IR, the last few weeks as well. It's nice to get him back, but That's if you want consistency, he's not consistently on the field as well. So
It's all right.
well, four's a little rich for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna,
Any
I was
fives?
just saying
Any
that
fives?
to see if you would lower your bid, but
I'm trying to beat him up a little bit.
but
So I can,
I, you know, I like Brenton Strange. He's a dog.
Oh, so $5
I
from you,
agree.
or are you gonna wait for another player?
I'm away because I don't even
right.
know how many other players we got.
yeah.
So all right. So sold to Seth Brenton Strange $4.
Okay.
Now you know how the game is played, Mr. Rainmaker. Antoine,
Okay. Well,
who do you nominate?
I'm going to nominate in the second pick overall in the unofficial Jacksonville Jaguars podcast. I am going to select Parker Washington.
Ooh,
What's your bid?
I am going to bid.
dang.
I'm going to bid $3 on Parker Washington. Parker Washington has been the most
he's the man.
consistent
The best
receiver.
player.
When we first started the season, who were the top receivers we were talking about? We were talking about Travis Hunter.
BTJ.
We're talking about BTJ, and we're talking about De'Ami Brown. And we're thinking,
I forgot about that guy.
is there? I mean, we're paying that guy what, like $15 million? We're paying him a ton.
He actually played yesterday, and I don't remember seeing him.
Did he
out
get
there.
a stat?
He had 5 snaps total, and he was healthy.
It's insane. And so we were wondering, is there even a spot on the roster for Parker Washington? Is he going to be a active? Is he going to be a game day scratch?
All right.
And now here we are. That guy's been our most reliable receiver. I mean, that catch he had in the fourth quarter, that was beautiful. And it's the punt returning that he's had for us. I can't remember the last time off the top of my head when he's fumbled the ball, or muffed a punt or anything. So I'm bidding 3 on
All right.
him.
I will go to 4. I will go to 4.
Can you
on him.
afford that?
It doesn't. Let's. What was he? No, I can't. Shoot.
$2 left over.
I blew my budget on Brenton. All right. No, I can't. I'm priced out. So, Mike, it's up to you, brother.
Yeah, Parker. I'll go to 4 for Parker Washington.
Okay, we got 4. You can do up to $6 at where you're at. brother.
You know, I guess I made the case a little too much for him.
The one thing I would say about Parker Washington that people do forget, when we're having those dropsy spells like in the middle of the season where BTJ was dropping everything, Parker had some big drops too. We're memory hole in that because he's come on as a late, but he has a lot of drops during the middle of the season.
But he also has been catching a lot of touchdowns, and
He
that
has.
makes up for it.
So we got 4 from Mike.
Oof.
Time for Antoine if he wants to go up to 5 on Parker Washington.
I can't go higher than that. I'm gonna stay.
All right.
I'm staying off here.
Ooh, what a steal!
Sold. Mad Mike Balangue gets Parker Washington for 4. Shows how sad of consistency we have here.
I don't know what we're competing for, but I feel like I'm winning.
All right. Well, now the nominations to you, man.
All right, I'm gonna go with one that you guys probably aren't thinking about.
All right.
And I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. Rayon Lane the third.
Is he the safety?
Yeah.
Rayon Lane.
Tell me. Okay, and
Can we get a college for Rayon Lane?
it's actually he went to the Naval Academy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really.
I don't know anything besides that.
So this is.
So you're nominating him for another $4?
Yes.
No.
So this is another little sleeper pick. I think, like, if you've been watching him play, like, he's been mostly special teams, but he's always making a play on special teams, making tackles, all that. And then they started getting him out there on the field when we had all these injuries, and and he's one of those guys that can cover. He's smart. He has good instincts when he's on the field, and I think he's actually a pretty decent player. I think like this draft that we've had is actually pretty good. Like at least compared to like the teams we've had in the past, the late round draft picks.
Supposed to bulky ball.
Yeah, they actually can play. They're not people that shouldn't be in the league.
Not just tall guys, long arms.
So I'm going to assume that's a $1 bid.
I'm gonna go with 2.
I will not bet another dollar on a guy who I don't know anything more about than that.
I'm not betting $2 on a special teamer. I'm out, man. That's all you.
All right, you guys.
All right,
Should be slim pickings
you-
after like 2 more picks. You just missed out.
Brother, you played both sides and you played yourself, I think. $2 to Mad Mike. He has $6 remaining. Sorry, he has $4 remaining over 3 more picks. So, comes to myself. I am going to nominate a gentleman who had his revenge game here on Sunday. He's been He has long hair. He's a white guy, and not the one y'all are thinking about. It's Dennis Gardeck, outside linebacker. I think he's been playing the run well. I think
Nice.
he's playing the pass well. I'm only
the
going to nominate.
barbarian.
He's a barbarian. I'm going to nominate. I'm only going to nominate $1. I'm going to do the Price is Right on this one, just because. I got 5 players to fill, and I ain't gonna go no more than that. So anyone for $2 for Dennis Gardeck, seeing what he's seen this year.
Yeah, I mean he's done a nice job. I think before this game, this was a big game for him too, because that was where he was at last year. I think he's been with them for a few years, so I think he had a lot.
I
to
think
play for.
he did, but I think he's flashed at least once on every game, and he hasn't
Is it the
made
hair?
any
Is it the hair?
mistakes.
He's got the
I
swag
mean,
like you,
obviously,
and you
yeah.
see that?
Yeah, I mean, he's got the barbarian look, but you see him 1 or 2 defensive snaps every game, just contributing. It doesn't seem like he misses assignments. Sometimes they drop him into coverage. He does okay. I'm a barbarian boy. Give me Denny Gardeck, $1.
He's good. Like, I actually like him too. I don't think I don't really know what he does other than he just always seems to like tackle a guy at the right time, and then his hair just starts flowing everywhere.
All right.
I don't know if he can cover or anything like that, but I've just seen him sack or hit somebody in the backfield a couple of times. So I would give you that. I think he's a pretty decent player. How much did you bet?
$1. Anyone can go up. I'm going to do this auctioneer style. Going once, going twice, sold. $1 for Dennis Gardeck and Seth.
So you've spent how much money?
$5.
$5.
Half my
on 2
budget.
players.
Yeah, well, I got 3 more to go. That's
Okay.
all right.
Okay. All right.
There's really no strategy to this.
No,
though, because
no,
there's
we
winner.
are-
That's why I was like $2. Might as well.
We are winning to try to just to see. It's pretty sad that we're trying to get the most consistent players because that's how inconsistent we've been this year.
Okay.
So we go over to Antoine, who has 0 players drafted so far, which is fine.
I'm looking for value, okay? I'm not here to spend
Value
the
pick?
big money. I'm looking for
Okay.
value picks. I've got a good value pick here.
I might, but you might be outbid, brother.
Well, you guys are short on money, so I'm flush with cash right now. I've
All
got
right.
$10.
What you got?
So my pick, what pick are we on right now?
We're on pick 5.
Okay, pick 5.
Wow.
We're pretty deep in this area, and I think this is the creme de la creme.
$2 for Lane's not looking too bad now. Huh?
We've got Travis Etienne.
Ooh,
Travis
actually, that's a good one.
Etienne has been incredibly reliable, incredibly consistent. I don't think he's missed a game this year. We're talking about how full and how great the running back room was, and Tootin and Hines-Allen, and they're all going to take the place of Etienne. And what has he done all season? He's been the number 1 guy, and there's no doubt about him being the number 1 guy.
True.
Averaging 4.8 yards a rush. I mean, that's
Lots of
incredible.
yards after contact too.
The guy's just always falling forward as well.
And that was the guy who everyone said that, because we had Bigsby, Tootin, and Etienne. Everyone was going, okay, well, Etienne being traded.
Right.
That was the guy, not Bigsby, who we got decent value for from Philadelphia. So the next question is what are you nominating him?
I'm gonna put $3 down.
Ooh.
Let's see here. Can I do
How much
it?
money do you have? Seth?
I'm doing advanced calculus here right now.
I think you've got 6. You spent $6.
I've spent 5.
We got to modify the cap around.
Yeah, about to say. So can I, if I go that? Yep. $3 I cannot beat, and you cannot either.
How much do I have left? 4?
Yeah, you have 4, so you can't. You
can't play-
certainly can't. No. I think Antoine played us.
Yeah, you have.
God damn.
This is what I like to call strategery.
Oh, you just
All right.
you bushed us. Travis Etienne going for $3.
Tastes like a
Totally
W.
forgot.
Tastes like a W.
Totally forgot about Travis Etienne, to be honest.
And
Because I wasn't expecting good players to be on this list.
Well, yeah, right. But if you think about it, he has been probably the lone bright spot. Has he been stuffed on a couple of games? Yeah, but that's based on the fronts that he's gone against. So I think that's good value,
Yeah.
Mr. Rainmaker. Well done.
It
So
might be the pick of the
that could be the steal. We'll go
Sleeper.
over the whole things at the end here. So, Mad Mike, over to you. You
Oh,
got
man.
3 players left, $4 to spend.
Woo. I'm gonna go with. Did we talk about any offensive linemen yet?
No, we haven't.
Are you sure you want to?
Yeah, I don't think our line's been. Well, yeah, there's been some games.
Basically, some
But
games.
it's not all. Like,
It's been Trevor gets sacked 8 times or Trevor gets sacked 0 times.
I'd go. We talked about this off air, but I go with Robert Hainsey.
Okay.
Yeah.
The new center.
I think he's brought some toughness to that line and consistency. If we're talking about that, we had some trouble at center and just didn't seem like we could get some good players there, to be honest. And then I think Morrissey came in.
Mitch Morrissey
He retired like really quick, so we really have never had a decent center until this year, I think.
Yeah,
Not since Brad Meester have we had a solid center play, in my opinion. Now,
you mean Luke Fortner wasn't very good?
Jags legend.
I remember they
Is
always
he
talk
still on
about
the team?
We traded him to the Saints
Oh.
Yeah, what a
for a defensive lineman we cut recently.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was
So it was a wash.
Yeah, I think it was a wash. And so, what are you nominating for, brother? I think you can only nominate up to $2.
$1.
$1.
Solid dollar for him.
All right. Well, Rainmaker's got the cap here to go higher. I don't think I do. I will say, in support of Mike, Hainsey he got hurt there, and it was the Seattle game and the Rams game where he wasn't there, and that's when the most sacks happened. So it's like when the offensive line kind of fell apart, Hainsey can have his hands clean, so to speak.
how much did you bid? $1?
Yeah.
He started with $1. He's playing money ball at this point.
I'll take $2.
Okay.
I see that dollar raise you want.
Oh, got so much money now there, Rainmaker.
And because of that, Mike, you have priced yourself out because I don't think you can. Actually, no, you can't take a $3. So Robert Hainsey to the Rainmaker.
The rich get richer, huh?
I think Antoine won already.
No, I don't think so. We got.
How do we
to
know
see.
who?
Well, because
Well, I think we can vote on this
late
afterwards.
rounds,
Let's go through the roster.
Well, listen, we will put this to the Vox Populi. We'll put this out into the social media.
But he has no defense so far. So
Well, I mean, we're not building a complete team. We're just trying to get some players that can show up, which is what we need here in Duval County. So Robert Hainsey for $1 to Antoine sold, which brings us to Mike's next selection.
I thought he did it.
Oh,
for
$2.
right?
$2.
See?
Sorry, not to shortchange you. All right.
Yeah, come on now.
So I've spent 5. Rainmaker spent 5. Mad Mike spent 6.
Wow. My pick again?
Your pick, bro.
Jesus. I'll go with.
Wait, did you
thought I just
you
picked.
nominated Hainsey. Sorry.
That's what I was confused.
There we go. See, that's
what happens when there's.
that's
no,
why
like,
when we
real
do it
consequences.
live. All right, shoot. That means it's my pick to make
So many consistent players. to
so
choose
many
from.
consistent players. So I am going to bet the farm because it has to be. It's Devin Lloyd. I nominate Devin Lloyd for $3.
$3.
Number 0, get 3. You saw him while he was out. I mean, obviously you have that 90. I mean, he was playing all pro level up until when he got hurt. I think it was the Seattle game. Came back, didn't play very well, and I think he came back for Las Vegas. And then the Chargers, I think he was still finding his footing, but I think he's one of those guys that kind of like Gardeck, but more so, right?
Mhm.
I mean, this guy's fast. This guy's playing like he played like an all-pro at the beginning of the season. I think he's starting to ramp it up, and I think the Jaguars can depend on Devin Lloyd to both rush, to go into coverage, to play the flats against the linebackers. I think he's a do-it-all. I think he's doing it in a contract year. I can only go $1 after this based on my rudimentary math. So
Yeah,
I'm not sure if anyone can outbid me, actually.
It's too rich for my blood.
That's
but
it.
But I do think he is a damn good player. You know, he was hurt. I think the last couple weeks he was out the last few games, but when he's been in, he's been lights.
You see
out.
the
I think
difference.
he's been solid. I mean, even yesterday, him coming back. I mean, he laid that hit on Brissett.
What a bad call on the. Oh, they retracted.
They
that.
did.
They
because
retracted,
because
thank
he made
goodness.
contact before he went out of bounds. So they retracted
Mhm.
that late hit. But the guy's just balling right now.
He lays the boom. I like him. I think without Devin Lloyd in the lineup, I think everybody sees what the Jaguars defense is. I think it relies so much on Devin Lloyd. So that is, I can only pick $1 boys after this. So I picked Devin Lloyd, and I'm out.
All right.
Which now your nomination, Antoine.
Okay, my next nomination. You could say that it's a little bit. There's some question marks to this, but just based upon the amount of time that he's been here. But I still think this is an excellent value. I'm gonna go with Jakobi Meyers.
I knew you were gonna say that.
This guy has been here for a cup of coffee. What, 2 games? And he's already been the most shorthanded
Yeah, you can catch
pass
a football.
catcher on the team right now. He brings stability. Trevor already likes him. He already goes to him quite a bit. He caught a touchdown pass yesterday. He had another touchdown catch that should have happened last week against his former team, the Raiders. He's just been
No, we got him after the Raiders.
no, sorry, against the
Chargers.
Against the Chargers.
Yeah.
He's good. He's a pro. He's a great route runner. He's bringing so much stability. I heard a report yesterday that Trevor was getting a little upset throwing the picks and was about to toss his helmet, and
Jakobi came in.
Jakobi came in and
give him a
played
pep
a little,
talk.
give him a little psychology. Hey, calm down. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be good. So I think he's really solidifying himself as this good veteran player with BTJ being out, with Hunter being out, with Diamond Brown just not being available and not catching the ball when it's thrown to him. So I'm gonna go with $2.
$2 on
He just
Jakobi
knows he
Meyers.
can't. Like,
Well,
right
it's
now.
true. But here's the other thing. You bid as many dollars for him as games that he's been a Jaguar.
That's fine.
And
I'm betting on the
we are
future.
betting on the most consistent 2025 Jaguars. And the thing is, I agree with you. When James Gladstone, when they acquired him on a trade, he's like, guys, we drafted him because he can catch the ball. What a damning indictment on the
100%.
rest of the thing. And so the fact that you're drafting a person on our team who has been here for 2 games as the most consistent Jaguar just speaks to the
I'm just glad he is who he was supposed to be.
exactly.
Because
It's been such a
as
relief.
soon as I heard that stat, I was like, well, watch. He's going to be on the Jags. He's going to be dropping every fucking thing. And then, he's actually a good player. So I'm happy with that. And, yeah, we can't outbid you.
We can't outbid you. So $2 to
I
you.
love
So Mad Mike, essentially, let's see here. I want to make sure all the maths is correct.
The mathing?
Antoine, you do have another $2 bid in it for you, if you want. And Mike, you got essentially one $2 bid as well left, and it is your selection, sir.
Oh, nice. All right. Was not prepared for this next one. I'll see. Let's go with our guy, Hines-Allen Jr.
Ooh, 7th rounder.
Yeah.
Tell me about LeQuint, man.
Like I said, all the picks I think this year have actually contributed. And then Hines-Allen I think was the guy that they were comfortable trading one of their backs away, and I think you can see he's making plays. He's able to pick up some carries. Also special teams plays that, but also I don't know. I just think he's been overly consistent. He's the best blocking running back we have. So I think the running backs in general have been pretty consistently good this year.
So why draft him over Tootin?
I just think overall, because he's for what his role is this year, he meets with Etienne still gets the majority of the touchdowns, and that's really what Tootin kind of backs up for that. But I think Hines-Allen just brings this other attack to it.
Well, he comes in. He's known a lot for his pass pro. So he comes in and does that. But he whiffed pretty bad yesterday, which was one of those hits that Trevor took as well.
Right. Before we get further, are you nominating for $1 or $2?
Oh, definitely no, $1.
Okay. Antoine, you could outbid him.
I don't think that's a very good selection,
Mike.
I'm not taking that dollar. He can have that.
It's kind of like a little bait there. To
No.
see if somebody would take
No,
it.
it was smart.
I was hoping you.
I think Hines-Allen for $1 is fine for the value based on this ridiculous, preposterous exercise of a segment. But what's interesting that what you said there, his pass pro has been lauded. It's been praised by so many folks. And for rookies, that's the hardest thing for them to do when entering the NFL is pass pro.
Yeah.
Like even good pass pros and running backs who are good at pass pro in college, it don't translate. And I think it has largely for Allen. And it's going to be really interesting to see what kind of future he has here. So I think for $1, that's a good call.
And just to back up my consistency argument, I think out of him and Tootin, he's been more consistent. I think Tootin has more upside.
Yeah, sure.
But I think
Right.
Allen's been consistent from day one.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So Allen, so that puts you at $7, and I have $8. So I can only make a $1 selection. And so I can be outbid by either of you guys. So with that in mind, I gotta maybe go off brand a little bit. What am I gonna do here? All right. So for my selection then, hopefully he can't be too consistent. Dang. I'm gonna nominate. Well, no, because y'all are gonna outbid me.
Inconsistent.
No, I know, right. So it's got to be. So I'm going to do Buster Brown. Buster
I like
Brown,
this.
$1. I think he has, with that secondary. Because we had, Tyson Campbell to begin the year.
Right.
Swapped him out for Greg Newsome. Newsome got burned on the first play over Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Right.
Well,
Who hasn't this?
Who hasn't?
year?
By the same token, had to rely a lot on Buster Brown this year, who I think has done an excellent job. I can count on him not to be the best,
Right.
but I can count on him to be good enough where it's like, okay, solid B replacement in and out. And I don't think he's had what I can remember too many coverage busts up. Because there was that one dude at 21, I think his name is Braswell, bit on that double move late in yesterday's game to get Michael Wilson open. I don't think Buster Brown will be doing that. So I'm going to nominate him for $1. Either y'all can come in and steal if you so choose.
I don't have a lot of money left, but I like your pick. I think
Yeah.
he is the most consistent DB we've had. He is just like a technician almost, but he just can't keep up with like elite players.
Right.
And that's why our secondary is not the greatest.
Yeah, that's the thing is our secondary is pretty suspect, and I think it's been kind of we've had to kind of just put some players together with the Newsome. We're trying to get rid of Tyson Campbell's contract as well. So I think all the money, what we're focusing on is the front line and just trying to figure it out in the back end. So you can say he's consistent. He's as the kids would say mid.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
But
I don't need the,
mid with a capital M.
Yeah, $1's fine, but I'm not
Any,
going higher than
2
that.
from you?
No,
No?
thank you. No.
No. Sold. Buster Brown goes to Seth, which leads us to Antoine.
All right,
$3 left, 2 nominations.
Okay, so this is going to be maybe a little bit controversial, but I think this is a good value pick, and we can have a good debate on this. Josh Hines-Allen. I will bid $2 on him. Now, here's what I'll say about Josh Hines-Allen. He is always in and around the quarterback, and he's always known to put pressure on the quarterback as well.
Right.
Now, whether those equate to sacks or not, we can debate that, and we can say, well, he has a lot of pressures, and he's leading the team in pressures, but that doesn't mean it equates to a sack. But a lot of football guys know this, and I'm a football guy, that sacks aren't the ultimate stat. Pressures are a stat for a reason. It's because the quarterback's feeling that. It puts pressure on them to get rid of the ball as well. And time in and game out, he's putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So I think that's fair. So I'll bet $2 on him.
All-time sack leader obviously you cannot be outbid on this. But to kind of note on why we maybe had not selected him earlier, it seems like you got to think about the 19-point collapse against the Texans. You got to think about Las Vegas when it became a shootout in the fourth quarter, and Geno Smith is looking like Gino Marino, by the end of it. The defense as a whole And our sack numbers have been atrocious this year. Until yesterday, we got 5, but I think before that, we were the lowest in the league. And even with any kind of pressure, it looks like in the second half, there just hasn't been that oomph, and we haven't been getting that pressure. And Josh Hines-Allen is supposed to be our superstar. Now he's the Jaguars, franchise leader in sacks, surpassing Tony Bracken's. Congratulations, Josh. But I don't think it's been your year this year. And that's all I got to say about that.
No, I think it's a good pick. I think Josh Hines-Allen's obviously one of our best defensive linemen. The thing I do hate, though, is that whole, sacks aren't everything, because I feel like I've heard that my entire life as a Jags fan, and I feel like that's just something we all say to ourselves because we don't get a lot of sacks.
So sometimes please sack the quarterback.
Yeah, I think, you look at the elite pass rushers in the league, they're all getting double teamed, and I always just hear Josh Hines-Allen's always double teamed, so you can't get these sacks. But, he had the one year where he was like ridiculous. He had 17 sacks. But I just don't think he's like a super elite pass rusher, but I do think he's consistently a good player.
All right. Well, good pick, Antoine.
Well, tell me, Mike, how much did you spend on Rayon Lane?
Hey, this is for the draft that means nothing, guys.
I just got Josh Hines-Allen for $2. Okay, I'll take that.
You know what? They probably have the same amount of sacks. And Matt.
All right, Matt, Mike, you got $3 left. You can freeze us out with a $2, or you can. Well, actually,
wait. How many picks have you made, Mike?
I have no idea, man.
So Mike has
obviously I have not.
Mike has 3 players, and he can nominate.
I have 3 players left.
No, you've made 3 selections.
Geez,
you got 2 left, and honestly, it doesn't matter if you do 1 or 2. Actually, it doesn't. You could outbid us, so I would recommend you do a $1 bid, make the case, call it a day. But what the sad thing is we're deep in this draft already, and and all of us are scratching our heads for consistent Jaguars.
I'll say we talked about going to the lineman. I'll go with Eric Armstead. I think he looks like the player that we wished he was last year when we had him playing linebacker or whatever he was.
Yeah. Put him back inside where he should be, a big man, in the trenches.
Yeah,
for
get
sure.
him that 3 technique, 5 technique. Has he been consistent this year?
I think he's been. To be honest,
He's
most
a sack
consistent
leader.
with sacks. Yeah, he's all, and he's an interior lineman leading our team in sacks, which is not great.
Right.
But he's doing
It's
it.
not his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
Come on, Seth.
And
Again, I'd say the same thing as I said about Josh Hines-Allen, in the fact that our defense have just allowed shootouts and made backup quarterbacks just not finish the game. But I mean, Armstead's been. It's been nice for him to show up this year.
yeah, I think he's been consistently a good player. I don't think any of them we can say are all pros right now. But I think if we're talking about consistency, he's not the one that I'm looking at and saying, "Man, he messed up the game again."
Well, he looked good yesterday. I feel like at every snap, he was just coming through the middle as well. That big 6'7", 330-pound man just coming at you, and that's tough. If we can keep getting that consistent push,
Yeah, get the push in the middle.
Then
that's right.
Hines-Allen and Walker come around.
Yeah, I think that's good value. I just don't know how these, and just for the consistency, I'd like to see more of that production every snap throughout the game. That's kind of where I'm coming from, because it just kind of seems like in the fourth quarter, what are we doing, guys? Even against Jacoby Brissett, it's certain things. It's like they take certain series off. But
I don't care. I finally got Antoine to agree with me.
That's a good value pick. I like
all
that.
right. So Mike.
Mike,
So
team
to
set.
let you know of the dynamics here, just to add to the drama of this segment, you can have the option to outbid either one of us on our next 2 selections.
All right, so make a good pick.
All right. So, and Antoine does have $2 left. I only have. No, I have $2 too. Let's see.
So we all have to.
No, I have 1.
I have 1.
You have 2. And you have 2. So I can be outbid by either of you guys on this.
Okay.
So I am going, with that in mind, I am going to nominate Jordan Lewis, our nickelback from Dallas. Great nickelback. Not like that Canadian band. And and he's been out for a bit. And but when he's been on, I think he's been the vocal leader of our defense. I think that he really meshes well with the team and that veteran presence. It's been nice to see the Jaguars get a free agent acquisition who didn't like immediately mail it in, like, I don't know, like Julius Thomas, if you remember that tight end from back in the day, or some of these other ones. Torrey Holt, Laurent Robinson. I'm always naming wide receiver.
Yeah, to be fair, Torrey Holt was old already. So.
I mean, but Jordan Lewis, $1. He's my boy. Y'all are welcome to go over me though.
I'm not gonna bet $2 for him or auction $2 for him, but I agree. He's a good player. He did have that really bad game earlier in the season. And he hasn't been available. So that's that kind of the knock there is the last I remember of him was having that really bad game. I think he needs to stay in that nickel spot, but I do think he was a good pickup and he's a good player when he's used for that.
All right, so no Trump on that. Any Trump from you, Antoine?
See his game log. So, like, he just hasn't played a whole lot.
I think the last time he's played was, I want to say, either Kansas City or Seattle.
Yeah,
that's early.
I mean,
I know, and he hasn't played since.
Yeah, no, you can have that.
All right,
you can have that $1.
So my 5 are dialed in, and we will go to Antoine to bid $2
for my last pick.
For your last pick.
Okay, so I've got the last pick here, and
then Mike has one more. So, but you can pick whoever you want. Mike can't trump you.
I am going to go with Mr. Consistency, the All-Pro Ross Matiscik, the long snapper. This guy,
we've fallen so far.
He's a Pro Bowler.
Long snapper alert.
When's the last time we've had a botched snap?
See, I just don't get.
I don't even know if his snaps have been that good this year. I remember seeing some high ones.
Has anything been bobbled? Have we had a blocked kick?
I need to check the long snap analytics, and I can't. I don't even think Mr. GPT. I don't even think Mr. GPT could find them right now. All right, we're going with Ross Matiscik.
Well, the thing about it too is whenever you long snap, obviously you're the gunner, so you're trying to get down there first as well. And the guy's always making a tackle. He's always doing a nice job as well. Look, the guy's a Pro Bowler. I mean, that's an objective fact. Okay, all right.
True. True.
So I'm going to take that. And
all right.
Now I can round off. I've got some offensive players. I've got a defensive player. Now I have a special teamer.
All right. Sounds good. Ross Matiscik, the long snapper, going 14th on the 15 most consistent Jaguars in 2025. God help us.
Yeah, I don't even know how to evaluate.
I don't know either.
Like I don't really
wins over.
He's one of those guys that you just hear he's playing good, but I would never know.
LSOR, long snaps over replacement. I don't know what the.
If you're not hearing from him, that's a good thing, and that's a thing. You never hear anything bad.
I mean, that's more damning on the rest of the team than anything else, brother.
It's important. It's like the offensive linemen, right? If they're
he's more important.
If you hear about them messing up, it's because if you hear their name called, they're messing up.
But Ross plays what? How many snaps a game? 10 max?
I'm doing the best with what
I know, buddy.
He's so good at those 10 snaps.
All right. So, Mike, for the last pick, make the case, fill out your team. The floor is yours.
Man, you know what? No, good God. I don't even know some of these players. We're gonna change this up just because mine's
Jimmy Smith.
Can we pick?
No.
I'm gonna go with. I think Ezra Cleveland.
That's a good one.
Okay.
I think on the line he's clearly when he's not in the game that you can kind of tell. I don't know. I didn't see him play like this last year. I thought he was kind of soft, to be honest. I thought he's more finesse.
He has improved this year.
He looks more like a dog this year too. So him and Hainsey together are a nice little mix there. So I would go him.
It's the most consistent. And again, it's one of those things. The one thing about Cleveland that stands out to me is on that Trevor double fall over crazy touchdown run against Kansas City, right? Cleveland's the one is the block that allowed that to happen.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, he got him. And he made sure that no one was touching. Fortunately, Chris Jones took that play off, but from Kansas City. But that's kind of what stands out to me. Now, how consistent he's been. Again, I got to check the nerd analytics, but I think he is flashed this year, and played a lot better than last year. And would like to see kind of how. And let's see what they can do going forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, he's been. I think he's been very good. There was also a play, I think it was last week, not yesterday, but last week, where he made a pancake block right in the end zone as he scored that touchdown as well.
Mhm.
Where, I mean, he's all of the guys have been talking about how well he's been playing too. So the football guys,
Football guys.
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna round this out, make it official.
Oh God.
All right, we're gonna go. I'm just going to say the names, the owner of the team and the players. Seth Studer selects as the most consistent Jaguars: Brenton Strange, Dennis Gardeck, Devin Lloyd, Buster Brown, Jordan Lewis.
Okay.
Antoine selects Travis Etienne, Robert Hainsey, Jakobi Meyers, Josh Hines-Allen, Ross Matiscik.
Oof.
Mike
Well
selects
well-rounded.
Parker Washington, Raquan Lane,
making us all proud.
Raywan Lane, LaQuint Allen, Eric Armstead,
The third string running back.
and Ezra Cleveland. These boys, let's see how consistent. Well, who knows? We might revisit this at the end of the season and have a laugh, and see how they.
Or not.
Yeah, or not.
Burn all
But
that.
I think this has been an important exercise into showing the dearth, the complete lack of consistency in the Jaguars this year. And we're 7-4. So before we log off, I want to hear one Jaguars take from you, Antoine, one from Mike, and we'll call it a segment.
Yeah, sure. So obviously we've got Thanksgiving this week. And so with being Thanksgiving, we want to talk about what we're thankful for. What I'm thankful for is Liam Cohen. I'll tell you what, I think Liam Cohen has done an unbelievable job this year because we're having such a hard time coming up with a list of consistent players.
Yep.
And we've had the crazy injuries we've had with Travis Hunter being out, with BTJ being injured, Diami Brown being injured. And the fact is that we have a bunch of role players that are playing wide receiver who aren't catching the ball, and yet we're still winning these games.
Yep.
The plays that are being called by Liam Cohen, I think, are incredible. I think he's scheming up a really good offense for us as well. Now, I don't think we're still executing it to this point, but I think there's still so much more for us to get to.
Yeah.
Once we put it together, kind of like when I was on last time, I was talking about how much optimism I have for us, and I think that he's just got us in the right spot. We've got the right frame of mind. A lot of these games that we've won this season, we go back to the year before and the years before that. Those are games we're losing, right? We're not winning overtime games.
Those are not.
We're not winning on the West Coast.
Yep.
We're 3-0 on the West Coast. We've had 2 overtime games. We've won both of them.
Yep.
And to me, it starts with our
Coaching.
coaching for sure. So thank you, Liam Cohen.
Amen. I think he is probably the most consistent Jaguar.
I know. I was hoping we could pick him, but
Yeah.
it sound like it. But,
And Mike, a parting thought from you.
I guess I'll give a little positivity, even though I was being negative earlier. But I think the Jags are going to win the AFC South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the schedule favors us. I think even though we're not the most consistent team, like we're good enough to beat teams, and I think they're getting in shape for that right now. And we have a good challenge. And I think the Colts are about to take some L's, man. I think they have a really tough schedule, and I think they're just not looking like the same firepower they had at the beginning of the year. So I think there's a good chance we win this AFC South.
I think so too. I hope so. Gentlemen, Antoine, Mike, thanks for coming on. We'll be right back with the Claws of History.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Man, that was a fun segment. Special thanks to Antoine. Special thanks to Mad Mike. He's the nicest guy ever. And special thanks again to Campione Law for helping me put on this thing. Remember, bad things happen to good people. You get in an accident, you're hurt, you don't know where to turn. Give us a shout. we'd be happy to help. Ladies and gentlemen, I've done my best not to talk about Trevor Lawrence until now. Because on tonight's Claws of History, we're going to be talking about Teddy Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, man on the Mount Rushmore. But we're not talking about Rough Rider Roosevelt. We're not talking about President Roosevelt. We're talking about early Theodore Roosevelt. The messy Roosevelt. The inconsistent Roosevelt. The Roosevelt who screwed up constantly. People forget that part. His first legislative career was a roller coaster. He'd make a brilliant speech, followed immediately by a move so tone deaf at the party, like just said, get out. He wrote a 400-page history of naval combat before ever commanding anything. His civil service commission years, it was a comedy of errors. At one point, a colleague literally said of Teddy Roosevelt, Roosevelt was a prodigy, a chosen one. Bursts of brilliance surrounded by mistakes that were impossible to ignore. Does this sound familiar? Does this sound familiar to a certain quarterback? Trevor Lawrence walks into the NFL with this aura, generational talent, can't miss prospect, the best since Andrew Luck. And here we are, year 5, watching dazzling throws, followed by baffling errors. It is maddening to watch. And we're spending $55 million per year on this. Is he actually generational? 5 years in, he certainly don't look like it. Is this all promise without any payoff for the prince that was promised? Is he ever going to be what we thought him to be? We don't know. But like Roosevelt, his mistakes weren't signs that he lacked greatness. They were signs that Teddy Roosevelt hadn't grown into that greatness yet. People forget about Trevor. He's younger than Michael Penix. He's younger than a lot of the starting quarterbacks out there right now. He's in year 5. And he's run out of excuses to the fan base. But we have him for a while. And he needs to grow. And when Teddy Roosevelt finally matured, when the chaos cooled, when his judgment caught up to the talent, he didn't just meet expectations. He detonated them, blew them up. He became one of the most consequential leaders in American history. And that's what Jaguars fans need to understand. Trevor Lawrence is not in his Roosevelt presidency era, his Rough Rider era. He's in the messy, uneven, mistake-prone era still. And it's so frustrating. Can he ever be that? We don't know. But you know, I know, we have seen the talent that he can demonstrate. Now it's just up to him to see if he's going to live up to it. You know? Because if he ever does settle, if he ever cuts down from 3 boneheaded plays to 1 even, the greatness is there, especially in this new offense with Liam Cohen at the helm. So just remember, some men aren't built for smooth beginnings. They're built for chapters in their lives. And some men, when the stakes are the highest, history will finally be ready for them. That was for Roosevelt. Could it be for Lawrence? We'll find out. Ladies and gentlemen, that does it for this week's episode of the Unofficial Jacksonville Jaguars podcast. Remember, buy UM, uninsured motorist coverage. Jackasses on the road. Do you think the people that cause the most accidents have the best coverage? The answer is no, they don't. So buy UM coverage so you can protect yourself. That's it for me, Seth Studer. Go Jaguars. See you in 2 weeks.